Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce barbacoa in English and in Spanish. So this was a request from a viewer, and this is a Spanish word, but we use it in English to talk about the Spanish cuisine, barbacoa. It's also a name of a group of people in Chile and Peru, and there it would be capitalized with a capital B. It would have the Spanish pronunciation. So the difference between the English and the Spanish is just fairly straightforward. In English, when we have an R, we use the American R like a bar, barbacoa. So we would have just that pulled back R. We would change this second A to a schwa sound, barba, instead of a barba. Like they would do in Spanish. And then our O in English is a diphthong. So when we say coa, we end up with kind of a gliding w sound and another schwa at the end. So in English, we would have barbacoa. In Spanish, we're going to have slightly different sounds. First of all, they will roll their R, bar, and then instead of reducing this to a schwa, it's still going to be fast because the first two syllables are unstressed, but they will use a true ah, barba, barba. And then their ko is going to have, instead of a ko with an aspirated K sound, it's going to be probably unaspirated K, ko. No puff of air coming out. The O will just be a pure O, and the last syllable, rather than changing to an a schwa, will stay an ah. Coa. They may still have a little bit of a w glide between the O and the ah, but you don't want ko. You don't want a long diphthong O like you would have in English. More coa, barbacoa. Now, of course, my Spanish accent is not perfect because I'm not a native Spanish speaker. So if you want to hear a native Spanish speaker say that, you should seek that out. But I did want to just point out that in English, we tend to say barbacoa, and the Spanish pronunciation is different. So you would have a little bit of understanding of how we say that. Depending on where you are, you're going to try to be more authentic and say it truly in Spanish, and you probably will still be understood by English speakers. If you're an English speaker and it's difficult for you to do those Spanish sounds, you can say barbacoa, and you probably will be understood. You'll just have an American accent while you're speaking that Spanish word. Thanks so much for this request. If you have a request you'd like to see me cover in the Word of the Day playlist or in our foods playlist, like this one, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos, and I can cover it in a future class. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. I hope to see you there. Thanks so much for watching this video, for your comments, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. All of those things help the channel to grow, and I truly appreciate your support. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.